Hi everybody, welcome to This Day in History. Actually, one of this week's most popular shows. I was just looking at all the numbers, and This Day in History has blown up. So I'm really super excited about that. It is January 30th today. It is a Tuesday. So I'm going to go running after this in the snow. It's going to be a great time. Alright, so we're going to start off a little differently than we normally do. We're going to actually start out before Jesus' time even, as we go to 516, and the Second Temple of Jerusalem finishes construction. And that happened 516 BCE. Alright. And then we move on, 1,500 years ahead of time. Poland and the Holy Roman Empire conclude the Peace of Brzezion. Then we have 1607, an estimated 200 square miles along the coast of the Bristol Channel in England are destroyed by massive flooding, resulting in an estimated 2,000 deaths. In 1649, Charles I of England is beheaded. 1661, Oliver Cromwell, the Lord Protector of the Commonwealth of England, is ritually executed more than 2 years after his death on the 12th anniversary of the execution of the monarch he himself disposed. Ritually executed. I'm kind of wondering how that whole thing worked. And so let's go take a peek. Going back there, his body was exhumed and they were hung for 3 days, then beheaded. The 3 bodies of the 3 people that were there were thrown into a pit. Well, there you go. Alright. What a way to go. Alright, and then we move on to 1806, the Lower Trenton Bridge, which spans the Delaware River between Morrisville, Pennsylvania, and Trenton, New Jersey, is opened. In 1826, the Menai Expansion Bridge, it is the world's first modern expansive bridge, connects the Isle of Anglesey to the northwest coast of Wales, is opened. 1835, in the first assassination attempt against the United States President, Richard Lawrence attempts to shoot President Jackson, but fails and is subdued by the crowd, including several congressmen as well as Jackson himself. In 1847, San Francisco, California gets its name. In 1862, the first American ironclad warship, the Monitor, is launched. In 1902, 40 years later, the first Anglo-Japanese alliance is signed in London. 1911, the destroyer USS Terry is the first airplane rescue at sea, saving the life of Douglas McCurry 10 miles from the Havana, Cuba. 1925, the government of Turkey expels monarch Constantine VI from Istanbul. In 1933, this day in history, Adolf Hitler was sworn in as the Chancellor of Germany. In 1944, World War II, the Battle of Cisterna, part of Operation Shingle, begins in central Italy. Moving down the list a little bit, Gandhi is assassinated in 1948. In 1956, Martin Luther King home is bombed in retaliation for the Montgomery boycott. In 1960, the African National Party is founded in Chad. In 1969, the last public performance of the Beatles in Apple Records in London. And the impromptu concert is broken up by the police. Not the police with Sting. Bloody Sunday in 1972, paratroopers opened fire on an anti-internment marchers in Derry, Northern Ireland, killing 13. 1975, the Monitor National Marine Sanctuary is established as the first national marine sanctuary. All right, in 1989, the closure of the embassy in Afghanistan. In 1995, the workers from the National Institutes of Health announced success of clinical trials working on preventive treatment for sickle cell disease. In 2000, off the coast of Ivory Coast, Kenya Airways Flight 431 crashes into the Atlantic Ocean, and in 2013, Nero 1 becomes the first carrier rocket launched by South Korea. So that is this day in history when it goes to events. We're actually working on other history stuff that we can add to this show, which will be fun. But I do want to let you guys know Franklin Delano Roosevelt was born on this day in history. The 32nd President of the United States, also the only one to hold the office as long as he did. I mean, it was a really long time. The person who is still alive and kicking it with us, 1920, Michael Anderson, who was a English director and producer. So happy birthday to you. Gene Hackman, it's his birthday today. Vanessa Redgrave is her birthday today. Baron Bird, John Bird, it's his birthday today. Phil Collins celebrates his birthday. Tom Izzo. Curtis Strange and Peyton Stewart, both golfers, and they both celebrate their birthday on the same day. Abdullah II of Jordan, it's his birthday today. Jody Watley. Christian Bale. Let's see. Peter Crouch. Becky Lynch. Happy birthday to Becky Lynch and good luck tonight in your match against the monster among men, Braun Strowman, and his partner Alexa Bliss. And it is Ben Cutting's birthday today. And this day in history, people who have died. Peter I of Bulgaria died this day in history. Patty Andrews died this day in history. Sidney Sheldon. Coretta Scott King died this day in history, 2006. Ferdinand Porsche. Orville Wright. Of course, like I said, Gandhi. Betsy Ross died this day in history. So lots of people died this day in history. So there you go, folks. By the way, it is Martyrs' Day in India, School Day on Nonviolence and Peace in Spain. You guys have a great day, and thank you for listening to this day in history here on thescottshow.com.